All right. I think we are live now as the notification should be coming in. There we go. Welcome, everyone, back to our next episode of Count the Bucket. As you can see, we've got another seat in here with us, and happy to have you on here, CJ. We'll get to your introduction just a tad bit. But, Nick, welcome back to the show as always. My beautiful co host that I have.
Beautiful.
Yes. Are we still quarantined?
No, we're good. I tested negative on Tuesday, which is great because my lady actually had COVID, and I'm not gonna lie, like I did not take that serious at all. Like I was literally like right next to my girlfriend like the entire time, which is crazy.
And you didn't ever catch it?
Nope. That's why I said COVID can't touch me, man. I'm sorry. Well, actually, no. Let me not say that. Let me not say that.
Easy. Listen, I had my run through COVID. It kicked my tail. I'm not even going to lie. I realized that I am not young anymore, but I know a few people. I'm unvaccinated. Watch out. But I know some people who are vaccinated that got it, and it was just as bad with them too. So, I mean, it is what it is. I got through, and I'm happy I'm on the other side of it. So I think they say I'm good for 3 months now. I don't know how that really works. But CJ, you're no stranger to one Unwrapped Sports Network, and of course, you're not a stranger on Colorcast as you have your own show. It's been a while since you've been on here with Count the Bucket, so let's go ahead and give you the floor to introduce yourself, and let's hear all your platforms you got as well.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? CJ James, host of the Hard Count with Anthony Conover, also a co-host with Michael as well. We're doing Backstop Banter, but Connie and I cover all things NFL. That's on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. I also have my own basketball podcast called the Guard Up Podcast. Been with USN for 2 years now, going on 3. So I'm happy to be here with you guys and talking some basketball. A lot to talk about.
Yes, sir. As John is still in our comments on Colorcast.
John, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to hang on, brother.
If you're not catching what we got going on here, John, that CJ is our co-host on this show, so the seat is filled. Thank you for joining, though, John, during our Backstop Banter show when John was on here. I think he was having some issues going on. I'm not really for sure what was going on, but we had Lillian. I don't know, CJ, if you ever seen Lillian one of your all shows with Connie, but she was just there, and she has a picture. She's a long blonde-haired girl, and John was drooling at the mouth over her, apparently. But it's okay, John. You shot your shot, but it was blank, so that's okay. It happens. So, just real quick, I guess, while we're talking about this Colorcast, guys that are watching live, thank you so much for watching either Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is. But also just want to let you all know we do have Colorcast now where it's just strictly audio. Would really appreciate if you all would watch us or listen to us through that, because ain't going to lie, it makes daddy a little money, and my babies need some diapers and pull-ups and stuff. So if you went on over to there, followed us and stayed with the show the whole time, it would put a little money in our bank accounts, and we definitely would appreciate that. But it doesn't matter if you don't make it over there. Go to YouTube as well. Follow us or subscribe to that as well. Get the notifications every time we go live. It is Unwrapped Sports Network on there. All of our shows, CJ's, mine and Nick's, everything we got goes through the Unwrapped Sports Network YouTube page as well. So, with that being said, are we okay with our all-star? Oh, you already got a fan in here, CJ. Already got a fan on our stream.
Appreciate you, Matt. What's good, brother?
Matt comes in saying, CJ with the drip. I said that today at work to somebody being funny. Obviously, I'm 36 years old. So me saying all that looks drip is just weird. But I was talking to two of my coworkers that are younger girls. They're 20. I think they're both 21. And they're like, what's drip? I was like, hold up. Even I know drip is something that you're supposed to stay as young. And then she called me bro. I was like, okay, this is even weird now, so I got to go. Matt's joining us on the YouTube, so we're glad about that. I'm ADHD, CJ. I know. I'm just weird like that. So are we happy with our starters? Are we okay with our starters?
Well, first should we announce the starters for each conference?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, actually, hang on. I need to pull it up. One second.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not prepared.
On the West, it was, of course, LeBron James that gets all the votes, even though he sucks. Let's see here.
Hang on. We got it. As soon as it pulls up. All right.
Wiggins, Steph.
Andrew Wiggins, Steph, John Morant, LeBron, and Nikola Jokic for the West. Yeah. For the East, we got KD, who's pretty much not going to play because he's still injured. Giannis, Embiid, Trae Young, and DeMar DeRozan.
Okay, so are you okay with it, Nick? Or what do you think is a surprise? Or do you want to go ahead and say some of your snubs as well?
I don't even know where to start. And first of all, Matt, I see Matt in the comments saying saying that they know that I voted for Wiggins. I actually did not vote for Wiggins. I didn't expect him to be an all-star and even a starter, if that. So let me just get that out the way. And I definitely disagree with him being a starter. Honestly, look, I love Andrew Wiggins. I love what I love what he's brought to the team this year. I think him playing alongside guys like Steph and Jordan Poole and those guys, like it's definitely helped him elevate his game. I feel like just being in Golden State, I think the pressure is off of him compared to when he was in Minnesota and having to live up to that number 1 overall pick. So in Golden State, he's really been able to be more relaxed and be able to play his game,
be an X factor instead of the man. And I think that's
exactly. So. Do I think that he is a starter? No. And here's the thing, though, like, because here's the thing, like, I was having a debate. I like the backcourt of Steph and John Morant, but if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna put John Morant as a 2, then I want your guy Michael, Bubble Booker, as a 3. I need him as a 3 because here's the thing, like, let's do it, Bubble Booker. But because here's the thing, it makes no sense that I believe the Suns have the best record in the West.
Yes,
as of right now,
9 losses,
which is incredible. And there's not one starter on that team.
Yeah,
all-star starter. We all knew Chris Paul was going to get in the starting lineup over Steph and those guys. Why not Devin Booker, who's averaging? I don't have the exact numbers, but I'm sure he's averaging around 24 to 25 a game. One of the NBA's like elite scorers that we have seen in today's NBA. So. Once again, congrats to Wiggins. Congrats to Wiggins for getting that all-star spot or a starter spot at the small forward. I'm definitely happy for him, but was he deserving of that starting spot? Not necessarily.
Okay, that makes me happy to realize that you do say that. So, because I was wondering how you would feel on it. I figured you'd be excited on it, but I was like, okay, I know he's a homer a little bit, and that's okay.
You got to be realistic sometimes.
Okay, all righty. How about you, CJ? And do we want to just stay with the West for right now and just say – we'll address the Wiggins on this, and then we'll go to the East afterwards?
Yeah, I agree with Nick. I definitely thought Booker should get in there. Usually look at guys for the All-Star break with the best record. At least 1 or 2 of those guys are starters. I know traditionally the way they have it for positions is you need a forward in there, and by position, Wiggins is a forward. But the way we talk about positionless basketball all the time and how players could play 1 through 3, 1 through 4. I just feel like it makes sense to just put Booker in that forward spot. He deserved it. Like I said, they had the best record. Like a few people might have thought that maybe the Suns would take a step back after losing to Milwaukee.
I sure did.
But the way they've played throughout the season, I think they're on a 9-game win streak right now. I think they're on a 15-game win streak. Previously throughout the season, you guys got the receipts.
That's right.
And they're playing great basketball, and you got to get at least one of those guys starting in the All-Star game. Like Wiggins has had a great year. He's really filled in the role of with Clay being out. I think Jordan Poole's done a good job of that as well, filling in for that scoring. All around guy. Similar, also what Nick said, coming from Minnesota, where he had to be the guy, didn't have a lot of success when it came to winning. Now he's coming to a team that is one of the most winningest teams in the last decade. You learn things, you grow. He's in his mid-20s right now. I think he's having a stellar season. All-star for sure, but starter, I was a little taken back by that.
And I'm just so glad because I thought I was going to be the homer here, as I've been saying, and come in and say that Booker should have been in there. I would have been even okay if Chris Paul would have got it, because to me, the leadership, and now I know I am assessing it as a coach and everything. Like if Chris Paul is the point guard, then you got to have Steph as 2, It's the all-star. They don't really care too much about that. It's just, okay, go out there and play, And I'm thinking, Chris Paul's mentality and just his mental understanding of the game is so much more than Booker. I'll say that. And just the impact that he has on there, I think should have been saying, okay, that's the all-star. But Booker is the guy. He's the one that should have got it. And I'm so glad that you all agree with me, because you all know that I'm a genius if we're right on this. So that's great. But I will say, I am good with Wiggins being an all-star this year. Now, starting, no, I'm not. It should have been a Booker. Now, here's a little fun fact, if you will. Last year's number one team at this time from the West was the Jazz, as Matt gives us some great comments there. And the Jazz didn't have anyone make the all-star starters as well. So I don't know if this is a new trend they got going on, but these are two teams that actually play team basketball. This is kind of what you grow up team basketball. So that's my.
I want to ask y'all something real quick.
Go ahead.
So, like, if Paul George was still healthy, do y'all think Wiggins would even like be considered a starter?
No.
I agree.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They wouldn't even look in his direction, in my opinion.
To us, I would agree, but it's weird when it comes to the All-Star. When you give 50% to the fans to decide, they don't really care. Like, Kyrie, I think, almost made it, didn't he? Like, for the East.
Clay as
and
well.
He's not even – and they've
yeah.
not even played. So, I mean, it's just they're going to get those votes no matter what because it's fans. I personally think it would be great to see only the players vote, not even the media. Just take it out. Just give us one spot per West and East that the fans can vote on and say, that's the guy. Like, after everything's done, the players vote. He or these guys pick the top, or I guess 9. I think they do 10 total. I'm not really 100% sure. And then the fans get to put one player afterwards. That way it's actually legit done because, I mean, look at KD is not even playing it. I mean, granted, he's in the MVP race. He's a great player. I really would have thought Giannis would have gotten the captain again, but it went to KD. I'm okay with it. I'm not saying snubs or anything there. But then, you got Kyrie that's going to be in the All-Star game just because of name recognition. Clay, when was his first game? January 7th, I think.
Yeah.
6 or something like that.
He's
not even played a full. He's only played 20-some days, and he's an All-Star, or he's going to be an All-Star because of popularity. That's the only thing that gets me on that. Like, there's probably a chance Ben Simmons might make the All-Star just because people love him.
Oh, no.
Not anymore.
People do not like Ben Simmons. It's totally different.
Not anymore. But
right, yeah.
Even then, people still hated Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but
there's no Philly fans that got him in there. If they could vote him out, I think Philly fans would do that. So who are the starters in the East? And we'll go back around on that.
It's Kevin Durant, Giannis, Embiid, Trae Young, and DeMar DeRozan, which I honestly don't have a problem with it. I actually like it. Honestly, I would have had Levine, but then again, it's like, you can't take away the type of season that DeMar DeRozan has had. He's definitely been the best player on the Bulls this year, so I'm not even mad about that. But I know a lot of people that were saying that they would have picked Darius Garland as the point guard over Trae Young. I personally disagree, even though Garland has had a really good year, but I just feel like Trae Young is more deserving of it. But what do y'all think?
Yeah, I thought Garland would get the nod just for the simple fact that the Cavs, man, I mean, they're playing great basketball right now. He's one of the reasons why. He's been consistent. Colin Sexton went down with the meniscus. He got hurt. Thought they might take a step back, and he's really
Rubio as well.
Rubio went down, as well with the ACL. And he's just elevated his game. And got to give a lot of credit to JB Bickerstaff as well and that coaching staff and how well they've done over there in Cleveland. And there was some questions about Garland. First 2 years he had some injuries. He had shoulder. He had some injuries here and there. Can he be a guy? Can he be a franchise guy? And I think this year he's shown that. They're third in the East right now. I would have went with him over Trae, but I understand Trae's having a great year too, but they're just not winning to the level they were winning last year. So I agree.
I want to agree with you on that because I think Trae is almost a hop guy. Well, I won't say hop guy. That doesn't sound right. Almost a popularity on this. But I will say this, not that I'm correcting you. I'm trying to look it up. 76ers won today, so that actually moved Cavaliers down a spot just because they have that one game. So the Cavs are in fourth place without losing. But they are 8-2 in the last 10 games, and they're 30-19. For them even to be in the fourth place, and the only reason why I knew that is because I haven't pulled up. That was what I was going to say. Hey, they're in the fourth place, but you beat me to it. But to even to think that we are talking about the Cavs being relevant, I mean, they're ahead of the Bucks, the Nets, the Celtics, the Hornets. So, I mean, I feel like somebody should be representing them just for the fact that they're in it. But again, another first-place team. Granted, he's missed a few games. I want to say he's missed 15 games. The Heat, who's in number one right now, they don't even have a guy in the starters. Now, they've had so many issues. Bam, I think, has missed over 19 games, who's my guy. And I think Butler, like I was about to say, I think he's missed 15 games now. So, I mean, I'd like to see Butler in there.
Honestly,
the number one.
I don't care how many games he's missed. Jimmy Butler is an all-star. He's an all-star this year.
Definitely. But I'd like to see him be a starter. Okay. Just because the number one.
He just might get it just because KD's not going to play.
He's out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what about Tatum?
So he has the numbers.
He has the numbers, but the impact is not there, in my opinion. Yeah, like I think Jimmy Butler is definitely making a bigger impact for Miami than Tatum has for Boston. Not saying that Tatum hasn't played well, because Tatum has definitely played phenomenal, but Boston has been very inconsistent. Whereas Miami, I think right now they're number one.
Yeah, they are one. They are two. Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm telling you. No, a game and a half ahead of the Bulls. And Boston's in 8th spot. They're barely over 500. So, yeah, I mean, I like Tatum, and I think it's great on that. But I even like how you said the impact that Butler's made, I think, makes a lot of difference. Let's see here. What's Matt said in here on YouTube? Playmaker Nick and Michael should be an all-star in the East. Oh, I like it. Oh, you're not saying us. You're talking about Jimmy Butler. Man, you got my hopes up there. Nick, I think you should be in the all-star starter. I'm just going to say it.
Oh, man, I am not ready. I am not ready.
Just a random question, because this is me. I'm ADHD. If you all could sign for an NBA team right now, who would you like to play for? And it can't be your team that you cheer for. Like, who would you like to play for if you could be on a team? Because, CJ, you like the Knicks. Obviously, I don't think you want to play for the Knicks right now, right?
Nah, not right now. Not at all.
Okay.
I'm going to the Cavs.
Okay.
I go to the Grizzlies. I like the way they play basketball, man.
Oh, Matt did say he's saying that about us. Thank you, Matt. I would actually probably want to go play with the Hornets. That just looks electrifying with them. Like the announcers and everything, how they do. Even against the Lakers the other day, like they were showing off, I think, on some plays against the Lakers. So like, wow, that's kind of hard to swallow. Ball got that one pass and just one hand and lobbed it up. I was like, everyone stopped on the play, and that dude dunked it. I was like, yeah, that's a smack in the face right there to me. Everybody wants in on this. I'm about to get.
Did y'all see MJ get pissed at the end of the game?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Tired. What happened there?
MJ was pissed, which is crazy because like the Hornets were still winning, but I guess like Westbrook just went crazy in the second half. Like I think he only had like 5 points in the first half, and then he had like 30 in the second half. So he just went crazy. And I guess Westbrook was bringing the game close, and MJ was just like angry.
Yeah, he was hot. The skybox, he dipped. I don't know if he went down to the floor or. Yeah, they stopped showing him after.
Oh, but, man, I missed that.
It just made me think about that one time when he slapped Malik Monk upside the head last year.
Oh yeah.
After he did something boneheaded on the floor, bad IQ. I was just like, oh man, he's going through
it. And now he's a Laker.
Poor man. Yeah, right. Crazy. It's crazy that is.
Okay, so how many players do they have on the All-Star team total, not starters? Is it 10?
Probably 12.
I believe it's 12, yeah.
12. Or is it 13? Because ain't they 8 maybe now on the bench, and then
I have no idea.
I think it's 12. I think it's 12. Because usually guys are like, top 24 guys. Yeah.
That makes sense. CJ. So, who do you all think are musts for the All-Star?
Darius Garland, like I said, definitely.
Let's stay East so we can kind of keep up with it.
Okay, so Darius Garland, Evan Mobley. I need to see him in the All-Star game.
Now, he's a rookie, right? Will they just have him? See, that's what I don't understand with this Rising Stars game. Can they play both?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I was thinking Jaw did it, but I wasn't 100% sure.
I do it all the time on 2K, so that's how I know.
Yeah. I mean, it's final then. Okay.
I'm just playing. But yeah, Garland, I'll say Mobley, Tatum. I don't know if Jaylen Brown's going to get in. I don't know if he's going to get in. LaMelo Ball, Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Got Levine.
Yeah, Levine, definitely Levine.
Okay.
And who was that? I was thinking of somebody. I can't remember.
What about Bill? I mean, Bill should be a must, right?
Who is it?
Bradley Bill.
Bill, yeah. I about said Avery Bill. Doesn't make sense.
Maybe he might get in there. But I think those other guys that Nick said I would go with.
Should Randall get in, CJ?
That's what I was going to ask. No. Should anyone from the Knicks? No Randall this year?
I don't think so, man. Okay. Nah, it's too inconsistent, brother. I can't. It's not. He doesn't deserve to be an all-star this year, man.
Oh, Harden.
Harden, right? Yeah. Okay. It's a lot of guards. I'm interested to see how they.
Mm-hmm. See, James Harden's not really had a great year this year, though.
He's been pretty decent for the most part, but
he
did have his struggles in the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, he's picked it up now. I mean, he's realized that he can't just go in and throw his arms and get to the free throw line. Let's see here. I've just got a list of the teams pulled up here. Anyone from the Raptors?
Honestly, even though like Van Vliet and Siakam have had like really good years, but I don't think they make it. Honestly, It's tough. Like there's gonna be a lot of snubs, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As I'm thinking. I mean, anyone from the Pistons?
Nah.
Pacers?
Nope.
Nah.
I don't see it.
And then the only other teams really is we got the Hawks, who said Trey, who's a starter, and then Butler for the Heat. Hornets, we know about Ball, but what about the Magic?
Definitely
no.
So I mean, I'm with you. I mean, Cole Anthony, just so we have him on there, can interview him.
Right.
Okay, so let's go to the West now. Who are musts?
Nobody better say Anthony Davis. That's all I got to say.
He's day to day.
Booker, CP3, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Gobert, definitely. I'm gonna throw him in there.
Okay.
I know he's not. He's not really his style, but he's gonna have the numbers, and he's important to that team. So they're gonna.
That's true.
Yeah.
On NBA.com, I think he's 7th in the NFL for some reason, the MVP race right now. So I mean, if he's at least the 7th in the MVP,
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
He's on there to them, NBA.com. Now, our lists are definitely going to be different, but yeah, they don't even have Mitchell. To me, Mitchell's the team. I mean, but they have Gobert.
Clay just hit the dagger. Clay just hit the calm dagger.
I'm telling you, man, Clay coming into his own, man. We're getting close, baby. We're getting close.
Man. Yo, Wiseman isn't even there, which is this. You want to talk about X Factor. Like, that's the ultimate X Factor. Once he gets there, it's it can be really scary for that team.
So let's see here.
Luka as well.
Luka, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Zion will get in?
No way.
I say that comically a little bit, but the fans will try to vote him in. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably be there, but he'll be at the concession stands. Let's be honest.
Oh man,
that is mean.
Make it. I can say
no,
you, man.
No. Westbrook's not getting in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's not going to get in. It's too inconsistent.
Let's see here. Clippers. Paul George, we think will get in, right?
He'll probably get a spot, but I don't know if he's going to be back by then.
Right. Oklahoma.
SGA, he's good. He's really good, but I don't think he'll get a nod.
I'll name my guys real quick.
Okay.
I know. CJ said Booker, Chris Paul, Luka. I got a guy that might get in. Anthony Edwards. I want him.
Okay.
I want him. Who else is there out west?
Mike Conley again. I mean, that's a must,
right? Donovan Mitchell. Definitely. Right. Does Karl Anthony Towns have a chance?
It's possible. I mean, you already got Gobert. I mean, it depends. You got Gobert, Jokic. He might miss it. But
what about Dame? Y'all didn't even say Dame.
Dame's out for the year, I think.
Yeah,
is he out for the year? I missed that.
He's out for a few months, but it's practically the whole year. I mean, Portland's just been trashed this year. There's no way he's coming back.
No point.
So I have Gobert at 6. Who can get that 7th spot? I'm trying to think of someone who's been like super impressive out in the West, like who's like been underrated. Ooh, DeJounte Murray. That'd be a guy I
DeJounte
want to
Murray.
see.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's see here.
It's a lot of great guards in the
I was saying,
NBA.
like, it's guard heavy now. It's guard heavy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I am looking at my teams here, and I don't even see the Spurs on my teams when I pull down the icon. So there's got to be more teams missing, like a whole row. Yeah. Oh, well, went away. Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I don't think anyone there really is left off because there's only 7 spots, like you said. What y'all want to transition to now? Because I'm good with it. Let's talk about the 3-point contest. Who we think is going to get in for that?
I got a list of some guys I will want to see. I don't know if they'll get in, but obviously Stephen Clay, Cam Thomas for the Nets. Okay. I would honestly, I would love to see that. Who else has like been? Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson. Yeah, I was just about to say Duncan. Yep.
Even Cam Reddish. I would love to see Cam Reddish in there too.
Cam Reddish. You got another Cam Johnson on the Suns.
Oh yeah, Cam Johnson.
Yeah. Definitely could see him doing it. Joe Harris is out with the ankle. He's probably not going to be in there.
Jordan Poole.
Bogdanovich, maybe.
On the Jazz, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he win it one time?
I was thinking he did.
On the Pacers? When he was on the Pacers? No?
Let's see here.
Which one are we talking about? The one on the Jazz or the Hawks?
I mean,
the one on the Jazz.
One of them,
okay.
Yeah, my bad, yeah.
Let's see. Trying to pull up a list here. Eric, I do like Cam Johnson that you say that. Is it weird that I'd like to see Patty Mills in something?
No, it's not bad.
Yeah, Patty Mills had a really good year from 3.
He's a sniper.
You know what? I'm going to ask this. Does Desmond Bane make the All-Star this year?
No. He should be most improved, but not All-Star.
Because I like him. I think he's definitely stepped up his game a lot, and I think he's a next factor, if you will, or a dark horse on that team.
100%. I mean, with Dylan Brooks being out with injury, he's stepped up. He's an all-around guy. Could play defense, knock down the shot.
Hey, they got Zaza Pachulia at the game.
I would like to see. I'd like to see Malik Monk too on the 3-point contest. Yeah. Granted, he's a Kentucky guy, but I'd like to see him because when he catches fire, he is on fire. And I know that's probably the dumbest statement I could ever make there, but like once he gets going, I mean, he's lights out. Let me say it that way better. And he's a Kentucky boy. Is it even a contest though, guys? I mean, is it Steph's to win or Steph?
Honestly, Steph has been cold recently.
I think Booker would be.
Oh yeah,
would be a guy definitely that can. He has one already. He could be a guy that can win it again.
Well, my money's on Book, of course. I mean, that's obvious, right? He's my man crush. CJ, do you have an NBA man crush? Like, it's okay to have a man crush, right?
Oh my god.
Nah, I don't, man.
No. Well, let me just tell you, when we talked back when Amber had the show, we kind of talked about this a little bit, and it was probably more okay since there was a woman on the show. But Nick, he was definitely he was on the sideline in our conversation. He wouldn't say a word. We gave our top 5 real quick. Then all of a sudden he's like, man, I can't believe y'all are forgetting Oubre out there with those eyes. Like, Nick, where's this come from?
I did not say that. I did not say with those eyes. I did not say with those eyes.
You mentioned the eyes, Nick, and you know it.
I did not mention the eyes.
After this, I will go back and find this on YouTube, and I will post this on TikTok so everyone can find it.
Everyone tag Amber right now. Tag Amber.
Amber remembers you saying those eyes, they get you. I was like, whoa, okay, Nick. All right. So CJ, it's okay. We're men. We can say this. Who do you think's a good-looking guy in the NBA?
I don't know, man.
Nobody's. I have never thought of nothing like this until I got on Michael.
I just watched them hoop, man. I don't really, I don't really be thinking about that. But Some great hoopers. Put it that way, man.
Great hoopers. Well, for the rest of the show, you kind of, wander a little bit and think, okay, he's a handsome guy. Okay, maybe I should tell Michael that. Okay, just let me know. Okay. So, what about the slam dunk contest? Who we think's in it?
Well, Cole already entered. Cole Anthony entered his in the slam dunk. I want to see Anthony Edwards in there. Ja just did a windmill that didn't count earlier today. Off a lob. I mean, he'd be exciting.
Right. Levine going to be back in it, you think?
I don't think so. Because, Levine said after a few years, he said he was done. He already won it twice. Let's see some fresh blood in there. I think those three guys. I think they usually have one more guy.
I think
Derrick Jones Jr. is out. He's a high flyer, but he's injured right now.
All right, y'all. So I just tagged Amber to check out the stream. So we'll see if she joins in.
Oh, I hope she jumps in just to prove my point that you did mention his eyes.
Oh my god! All right, let's get back on track. Dunk contest.
We are. Me and CJ's talking about who we think will be the dunk. You're over here saying, Amber, did I really say that?
All right, so we said Cole Anthony. I want to see Obi Toppin get back in it. Honestly, I want to see him get back in it.
I like that.
We said Anthony Edwards,
Anthony Edwards, Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, definitely. Yeah.
Who else is there? I'm trying to think. Unfortunately, Zion can't.
Right.
Let's be honest. He can't right now anyways. He'd have to dunk on an 8-foot goal.
At that.
Let's see here. I feel like we're forgetting someone.
I feel like we are too, honestly. I can't think of nobody. And yes, we just got the win. Oh, yeah.
I mean, Aaron Gordon, but I feel like he's kind of done it to enough.
Aaron Gordon is still probably ticked off after what happened. What year was that? 2019, 2020?
Yeah, he got robbed. He got robbed, man. Donovan got up, so he could try to, win another one.
He could.
Who's the guy that used to play for the Heat last year that would try to dunk on everyone, no matter what the rebound was? He was trying to throw it down. Oh, here's Amber in her comments. Amber, I'm gonna bring you in that you're in here and you don't have much time. Did Nick not say that? Oh, who was it? Oubre had the most.
Kelly Oubre.
That Oubre had the best eyes. I'm just throwing that out there. Yes, we're talking about the hotties in the NBA, but Nick's now all of a sudden acting like he didn't say anything about Oubre and his eyes.
I definitely didn't say nothing about the eyes.
Yes, you did. You said, I can't believe you all are not saying Oubre with those eyes he has. And we're like, what?
No.
It's okay, though. He's got cute eyes. He does.
I may have mentioned Oubre, but I definitely did not mention the eyes.
Amber, if you could just jump in the stream real quick and just let him know. As we get the laugh out louds with her, the emojis here from her. Come on. I need you to let me know that I was right and to tell him that he was wrong.
Yes, we're still on it.
Yes, Amber, we are still on this. Oh, Amber, who's going to be in the dunk contest? Because I cannot think of a fourth one, and I know we're forgetting someone.
Oh yeah, we said a few. We said a few guys. Definitely want to see Toppin. He did all right last year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he could have done a little better.
Anthony.
Wiggins got some ups too.
Oh yeah, he does.
I believe that's. I can't think of anyone else. Amber's not saying anything about the eyes. Amber, did he not say something about his eyeballs?
Because she knows that I did not.
You're over there texting her saying, "Please don't say it." Yes, I know. Do not put this out there. Okay, so we got the 3-point contest, the slam dunk. Do we care about the skills challenge? I mean, we don't even know who's really going to be it.
It's cool, but I can't really think of nobody that's actually going to be in it.
I have no clue.
I
Josh
like.
said he needed a meal.
Can we talk? Can we just admit this that the 3-point contest is more exciting than the dunk contest anymore?
Oh yeah, without question.
And why is it?
Because the stars don't want to do the dunk contest. Top guys.
That's true.
Why don't they want to do the dunk contest?
I guess they want to save their legs for the game.
Save their legs. I think. I mean, maybe the scrutiny. I don't know. Because it's weird to me. You look at back in the day. Usually
like Jordan,
Jason Richardson, Vince,
Kobe did it.
Kobe did one.
But
so
is it really saving their legs? Like if they dunk it on the first try, it's what 3 dunks, 4 dunks. They do that in the warm-ups, don't they?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because you even think about it, like LeBron's never did one.
And I'll be honest,
which is crazy. It's crazy.
I know I hate LeBron as a player, but why has he not done it? Like he should have done it from day one.
I don't know. I remember that one time in 2010. He said, you can enter
Caleb
my
Martin
name in the dunk contest. Caleb Martin, solid. Yeah, I haven't really seen him dunk like that, but he's good. He could definitely surprise some people. Yeah, I don't know why LeBron never did it. Like I was saying in 2010, he was like, I'm going to do it. Put my name in there. Never did it. So after that, we haven't really seen a lot of these top guys. And then also you got to be creative too. And it's a lot of pressure. Everybody's watching you. You mess up, say you get a 0 and you get eliminated. People, for social media now.
Oh yeah.
I guess these guys care about that stuff, but
I was going to say, do you think it's more of a pride than anything? Because if LeBron James went up there and just like clanked on the rim on a dunk, like he'd be on Shaq and a Fool, like instantly.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I mean, these guys do some crazy dunks in high pressure situations in the game, but when it comes to a dunk contest, for some reason they don't want to do it. Hopefully, Josh said he needed a meal. I mean, maybe they try to incentivize it, make it more enticing to some of these players to some money goes to their charity or something like that. Maybe they want to try it. But until then, we're just probably going to get some young guys, that are really some high flyers, give them an opportunity to make a name for themselves, get some extra dollars. So we'll see.
You know what? It would be nice to have someone from the G League in the dunk competition, just to kind of get their name out there. I think that'd be nice. Because we've got some skiers in the G League.
There's some high flyers. Jaden Hardy from the Ignite.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Okay, I really think that's got the All-Star, and of course, what all goes on with it. Skills Challenge, I think it's one that probably, if I would rate them, I would say 3-point contest, skills competition, then dunk. What about you guys?
I would say so, yeah.
I agree.
Just because, again, I mean, the stars play in those first two. Like you see Jokic and Luka, they'll play in a skills competition. But you don't really see those top guys, play in a dunk contest. Participate in a dunk contest.
All right, Nick, what are we going into next?
Let's get into this whole little saga that went on. It was reported yesterday. The Sixers and the Kings were kind of in trade talks. The Kings obviously trying to pursue Ben Simmons. And I guess Sacramento just basically said, we're done. We're moving on. Because I'm not sure, but I mean, I'm sure everyone expected that for a Ben Simmons trade. Like, Philly's going to ask for like a hefty package. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, Ben Simmons, even though Ben Simmons is great, he's not that good enough to really like take that risk for like certain teams. So Sacramento just said no with it, which is unfortunate too, because you could have gotten De'Aaron Fox in that deal. You could have gotten other guys as well, but I don't know what the future is going to be for Philly. I mean, obviously they're still in contention because Embiid is there. Embiid's having an MVP caliber year, but just basically wasting a year of Ben Simmons season is just kind of crazy to me. Honestly, it's honestly crazy that we're going into February and he still has not played a game or has not been traded.
What do you think on it, CJ? Because you may know a little bit more of what's going on there since the Knicks fan in that area.
Well, I mean, I just feel like, again, it's really sad. Even back in the playoffs last year, And when the turmoil began, it was just really a situation where what's going to happen. You saw he was, disappointed with the things that Doc said, the things that Joel said. When he came back, he was kind of half-assed. He really didn't want to, practice. Had the phone in his pocket. I know everybody's seen that little video. He just wasn't engaged. He just wasn't engaged. So, I thought Daryl Morey, a guy that's, willing to pull the trigger on a lot of trades, make a move by now. I saw that Kings deal that got proposed. It looked good. I mean, you get a guy like Fox, pair him up with Embiid. I think that's a great fit, especially in the Eastern Conference where, like you said, they're about a game or two away from really in first place. And that's how close the Eastern Conference is right now. And with how, exceptional Embiid is playing, you feel like you want to make that move so you can stay competitive. Simmons, I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. People saying it's mental. A lot of people aren't buying it. They just feel like he just doesn't want to play in Philadelphia, so he's just going to sit out. They need to make something happen because, like Nick said, you can't waste an exceptional year by Embiid. One, he's healthy, something that we haven't really seen over the last few years. Has some injuries here and there. He's able to stay on the court. He's getting like 35 and 12 a night. He's playing insane. You got to pair him with a guy that, if you want to compete in the East, it's the Bucks, it's the Nets, Chicago, Miami. If you want to, be in that mix, you got to go get a guy for Embiid to compete for a championship.
And a point guard like Fox would have been great for him too. Now, I don't know if Fox speed would have taken some away from him as far as transition and everything like that, but I think a Fox on that trade would have been perfect, really, for Philadelphia. Do you all not agree on that? I mean, Fox is
no, without question. But apparently, Daryl Morey said he didn't want him, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
They're saying that he's waiting for Harden to become a free agent. He has a great relationship with Harden in their times in Houston. So, they could potentially try to pick up Harden on a sign and trade in the offseason where Simmons goes to the Nets. That'd be a crazy story. And then somehow the Sixers get James Harden, pair Harden up with Embiid, and then go from there. But staying patient. We'll see if it works out. I just feel like,
I hope
again,
it doesn't.
And you hope it doesn't.
Well, I mean, you never know because apparently Harden's unhappy in Brooklyn,
right?
So you just never know.
Lamar jumping in on a YouTube saying that the Kings just need to trade everybody. The Kings are so close year in. Well, I'll say I'm going back from the 90s and 2000s when they're just so close sometimes, but they just can't pull it off.
Chris Webber can't save them.
But what's crazy even think about that Harden's not happy there now when the whole plan was to go. I mean, he put on 20 pounds of fat just to go and play with him, just to get out of Houston, and now all of a sudden he's not happy there. Is he ever going to be happy anywhere? Is he possibly a problem?
Who knows, honestly.
I think the situation, he said he doesn't like the Lever situation. I think obviously with the COVID and Kyrie being a part-time guy, you think, you go to Brooklyn, you think Kyrie, KD, they're going to be there. You could kind of be the third wheel, do your thing, play that point guard role, still score when you need to in certain situations. And now it's KD's out. Kyrie's only playing road games. So it's, he's kind of he's like, what, what's going on? This is not what I thought it would be when I first, tried to, go to Brooklyn. So, that's why I feel like there's some frustrations. And it's very possible he could go to Philadelphia next year, team up with Embiid and try to make a run, whereas they'd be able to keep everybody. They wouldn't lose any picks. They wouldn't lose Matisse Thybulle, a guy that they need. They definitely need Thybulle. He's a utility guy, could play defense. You need bodies on Giannis. You need bodies on Giannis. You need bodies that could guard, cover Bam, Jimmy Butler, things like that to keep the stars out of foul trouble. So it's a tough year. Well, interesting year, confusing year, I should say.
Yeah. Do we think that Harden and Embiid could get along?
I don't know.
That's a tough question to answer right now. I mean, their styles. Last time we saw Harden play with a solid big was Dwight. That's when Dwight was on the way out with the Lakers. He had a lot to prove then. That didn't really work out. But Dwight's not the type of player that Embiid is. Embiid can definitely score in different areas on the court. Healthier than what Dwight was. So it could work.
Because to me, if Harden comes to the team, it's still Embiid's team. And I just don't know how Harden would feel on that. Like, because, I mean, if you think about it, he had great teammates in OKC and wasn't satisfied. Went to Houston and then still had some good teammates, Chris Paul even, and they should have won it that year when Chris Paul was there. But Chris Paul got hurt, that's why they didn't. Even Westbrook, and now he goes to Brooklyn where he's got two of the great all-stars as well, and now he's not happy there either. I mean, is he going to be happy anywhere?
I just feel like it's an interesting dynamic because this is the first time where he's played with a versatile big like this. So this is a little different. You mentioned all the previous teams that he's been on. They've been a lot of wing heavy guys. Yeah, they've been some guards. So now he's playing with a big. They can work off that pick and roll. That's a nasty pick and roll with Harden and
absolutely.
Embiid. That's going to be tough to stop. Embiid could also pop as well. So it's going to be that would be dangerous. And Doc, they got some shooters over there as well. Seth Curry, Danny Green. Guys that can knock it down when they're open. I think it works out. I think it could work out for sure. You still need a 1-2 punch to win in the NBA. You can't be a solo act. You need two guys to win the championship. And right now Philadelphia only has one. So you take one off Brooklyn, and now it's two in Philadelphia, two in Brooklyn. You kind of even things out a little bit in terms of where you stand in the East.
I do think the trade actually, as far as X's and O players, I like them too switching because you get Ben on a team to where he can actually distribute the ball and he's not caught on to be the playmaker of where he's scoring, which he's a playmaker who passes, which is totally relevant. He just, with KD, you can do that and be okay. You get Harden over who's going to create and free up Embiid a lot. I think it'd be great. Now, as long as their personalities can all work together, that'd be great. Now, I want to ask this, if y'all are ready to go on to this. Lamar talking about the Kings need to trade everybody. If I'm Fox and I hear that my name's being traded or in talks to trade to go to Philly and it falls through now, I'm probably not really wanting to play too hard for that team that's already looking to trade me. So do you think that they're still looking to trade Fox this season before the deadline?
They need to just get rid of the whole franchise at this point. I mean, they stink.
They just need to move it to Seattle. Like, I forgot how much I love Seattle until you sent that tweet to me, Nick. Like, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, man, I forgot about this player. Like, I literally got pumped while I was at work today. I was like, I need a Supersonics team. No wonder I've not really felt connected to a team too much other than the Heat because my Supersonics have been gone. I need my Seattle Supersonics back.
No, that's a fact. But honestly, like, Sacramento – even though they have great young talents, they got Fox, they got Halliburton, they got Davion Mitchell, Buddy Hield. It's not getting them anywhere, unfortunately. And I feel like, in due time, considering that, that they're not really building for the future, it's kind of hindering the prime years of a De'Aaron Fox. So in my opinion, Fox should want to go somewhere else, in my opinion. Fox should want to find somewhere where he can branch out and really, figure out how to really win at a high level, because doing it at Sacramento is just not it.
And I feel like too many teams have already bypassed him. Like Buddy Hield has been there 2 or 3 times now, and they keep getting him back. Like, this team has good players, but the other teams have surpassed them, and they're not getting any better. So, I mean, I agree. I think they need to just break it up, and if you want to say it, trust the new process and start over with this, because they come to a point where they just kind of plateau, if you will, and they don't improve anymore. And the West is tough right now. I mean, I do think the East is probably more competitive all over, but the West is still more than likely – I don't want to say that. I feel like your championship team is going to come out of the West, but go Suns. I do. I think it's time that they just bust it up and send everyone everywhere so they can start over. I mean, do they start tanking now? I mean, they're already borderline tanking. Do they just get rid of everyone and tank, CJ?
I think so. One, they haven't been able to find the right coach. You had Luke Walton. He was disappointing. Alvin Gentry. He's solid, but he's, we've seen his resume, Pelicans, Suns, hasn't really worked out. He's not a defensive-minded head coach, and defense has been their problem for the longest. Missed out on getting Luka Doncic. You took Bagley. So there was a lot of situated. Front office hasn't been great. They just transitioned to a new regime. So yeah, I think it's time to blow it up, man. Fox, like Nick said, and like you said, Michael, as well. Fox is a great player, still young. and your morale is low when you're playing for a bad team. And it's like, of course you're getting paid, but you want to win as well. And it's what this is his fourth year, still losing. It's not fun.
I just sent you a request back for the color cast. We don't have you in there right now.
All right, got you. All right, I'm back.
There we go.
I want to tell you guys a stat that I don't even know if you guys may have known, but the last time the Kings actually made the playoffs, the late great Kobe Bryant was still wearing number 8.
Oh wow!
So just think about it. That was 05, 06, I think.
Wow, that was the year after I graduated high school. Yeah.
So just think about that.
Doug Christie.
Yeah, Mike Bibby.
Yeah, Chris Webber.
A few other guys.
Who was that good shooter?
Peja
Stojakovic. Yep.
Peja Stojakovic. And then they had Vlade, I think, down low with Chris Webber.
I was there. They had who's there? The coach was Rick Alderman, right? Another good coach.
Yeah,
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They haven't really been able to find a solid coach. I mean, look at the Grizzlies. I mean, Grizzlies, they have a lot of young talent, but you bring in a really good coach, and Taylor Jenkins have a system. Same thing with the Cavs. They got young talent, but the coaching staff works. JB Bickerstaff, that's something that they've been missing for, like Nick said, almost 17 years. It's crazy.
Well, anything else we want to talk about? That's kind of what all we prepped as far as going into.
I think we're good, man.
CJ, will the Knicks make the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm gonna be just being honest. It's tough. It's tough to say right now. You look at the Eastern Conference. They're only a game and a half back from 10th. The Wizards have been inconsistent. Celtics has been choppy. Hawks are starting to get it together, but Cody was good, man. They're starting to get it together, but just the Knicks are just too inconsistent. Thibodeau, there isn't any offensive identity. It's just give the ball to Randall, everybody else space. You're not gonna win games like that. Defensively,
is Kemba getting traded?
I would move Kemba. He deserves to be on a better team. He hasn't played great. Defensively, we know this already, but he's not a great defender. He's not really a playmaker. I think a team that needs a little bit of scoring could definitely use him. I don't see the Knicks making the playoffs just because they're too inconsistent.
Okay. Oh man, that kind of sucks. I really feel like they will make a play-in tournament, if you will, but they have been struggling a lot, and I haven't been able to watch too much of them. And that's Boston. It's really weird that the Knicks and Boston both are sucking right now. No offense. Let's see here. Well, guys, anything else? I said that once. I think we're basically out of stuff to talk about tonight, which is fine with me because it's 11:30 my time, and I've got to get up at 5 a.m. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and end it here.
All right, CJ, you know that you are more than welcome to join anytime that you want to. I love the knowledge that you bring, some stats that you throw in as well. And then, since Connie got in here, we might as well just hop off because we don't like Connie too much for a month straight. But go ahead, CJ, give all your platforms that you are, the shows and everything, so everybody can follow you.
Yeah, the Hard Count every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, streaming on all platforms, on the USN platform, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter as well, also on Colorcast, and then Garda Podcast covering all things NBA. Garda Pod on IG.
Awesome. Nick, let's go ahead with yours.
Follow me on Twitter at NickAndreATR. And check out the link tree. That's about it.
You don't have an article dropping anytime soon?
Oh yeah, on a Seattle legend. It'll be out tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I thought it was coming tonight.
I said the end of the weekend. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, today's Saturday, but
yeah,
that's okay. All right. As you guys see, go follow us on Twitter if you're watching this on the stream here at Count Bucket USN. Of course, the show is Count the Bucket. Follow me on Twitter, MDLawson00. That's all my social medias as well, pretty much. Check my bio. I have the link tree where you can find everything with there. Also, for everyone that's watching us, please go download the app Colorcast, where you can hear us audio. If you're watching the game, we can even broadcast games where if you're traveling and you can't watch the game, we may be hosting the game where we're just chilling out watching it and talking about what's going on. And what's great about it is it fills our checks a little bit. We get a little money. My bank account grows a little bit. So please download that app. Go follow us. You can type into the search bar USN and follow all of us, all three of us here, plus even Connie that's jumped in here a few times. But don't do that. It's a waste of time. His content's horrible. But he does have a show on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's called Count the Buck. It's us. Backstop Banter, where he has his beautiful co-host. It's me, if you didn't get it, where we talk everything MLB that's going on, especially with the lockout. We come up with great content, just to be honest with you. It's a great show. We had a wonderful guest on last Thursday, just a couple of days ago. He goes by Coach Ball Game, and if you do any kind of sports on your TikTok, you will see his stuff pop up. He's got this great personality, almost like a character that he does for the kids and youth where he's coaching, and he's signed up with MLB to do some different things with the youth as well. So go follow our podcast, Count the Bucket, on podcast, where we're working on getting on I'm sorry. What is it? We're on Spotify and we're on Google Podcasts. What's the other one? Apple. We're not on Apple Podcasts yet, but we're trying to work on that. So go follow all that stuff. Until then, guys, you all have a great weekend.
Deuces.
Deuces. I said that the other day too.